in the heart of Kent.
I take it this is cheeky.
There's a vet's practice like no other.
He's very weak.
Whatever the creature, there's someone here to treat it.
This cat's in heart failure. Sorry, sweets.
For the very first time, the surgery and its staff have been rigged with cameras.
OK, I don't hear heart.
Right, adrenaline to make her heart go.
I wasn't expecting it to be this massive. This is unbelievable.
To give us a unique view into this extraordinary world. A dedicated team.
That looks like it's about to fall off.
Saving lives.
Yay! Well done.
Making difficult decisions.
We've got to make sure that we don't get to a stage where he's suffering.
And treating animals that others won't.
Not every day we see a goat in here.
In the clinic today.
The problem is this one's got mites, quite a lot of them at the moment.
A python with a nasty infestation.
Yeah, that's a definite. See that one moving now?
Yeah.
A puppy needs emergency surgery after being attacked.
Poor dog. Mean other doggy biting you, eh?
And a parrot who's keen to show Clive who's boss.
Now, Monty, we've had words, but don't bite the feet.
Expect the unexpected.
Good job, everybody.
Inside the vets.
Good morning.
Overly keen on food right now. Hello, Montgomery Veterinary Clinic.
Right, so we've got another chaotic day this morning. So ops-wise, we've got 3 ops, mass on an eyelid, a castrate, and that little kitten with a broken tail.
I absolutely adore Montgomery's. I've only been there for 18 months, just over, isn't it? Something
Feels
like that.
like forever.
But sometimes it feels like forever.
In a good way.
Yeah, thank you for that one. I love the staff. They are an extended family to me. They have welcomed me really quickly. I've settled in. I hope they like me back, but I absolutely adore them.
Of course we do.
Thank you. Shush. Cody. Meow. You are a silly cat.
Someone's not happy.
You've got to have it done.
Cody, a Tonkinese cat, has a mouthful of rotten teeth. But owner Audrey has been putting off a visit to Clive for several weeks.
Cody is just over 5 years old, and he's a bit upset now because my husband passed away just before Christmas, and that's why I'm late with getting him here for his teeth to be done.
Right.
He's usually a very healthy cat and very companionable, but he does miss his dad, so I've had a bit of trouble coping with him at night. He wakes me up by running all over me and looking at the other side of the bed, hoping he'll find him.
So, how are things going?
Well, when I came for his checkup,
Yes.
he looked at his teeth and they were very...
They were not great.
So...
Yeah. These teeth definitely are not good, and quite a few of them would be better off not being in his mouth.
He eats a lot of dry food, and yet his teeth, you know, I thought perhaps they wouldn't be so bad.
Well, wet food in general is worse for teeth.
Oh, I hadn't realised that. I thought, you know.
Any food is going to be doing some sort of damage to the teeth.
Cody is certainly in a miserable mood.
A Tonkinese is a cross between a Burmese and a Siamese, and they are a larger cat generally. But he's much louder than the Siamese. I've always had Siamese and he can beat them hollow with his yowl. If I'd have known it, I wonder whether I would have had him. But he's got quite a character. Cody, you are a noisy boy. Yes. Your dad would be ashamed of you to hear you going on like that. Yes. Since my husband's gone, it is lonely. And I'm glad I've got him because he is a great companion. I can talk to him. More so than an ordinary cat, actually, because he does answer back.
How about next Thursday?
Next Thursday, yes.
Is that all right?
Okay.
So no food from 10 o'clock the Wednesday night.
Yes. Oh, he will be shouting by then. You silly boy.
You right? They're only snakes, not going to do you any harm.
Pet owner Dominic has come to the clinic to take advantage of their expertise in exotic pets. His 3 snakes are soon attracting a crowd.
Yeah.
Just like a skin, isn't it? You know, sort of,
Yes. I've got my 3 snakes, 2 Burmese pythons, and 1 boa constrictor. They haven't got names at the moment. I'm trying to think of names for them. I'm just so busy. I haven't had the time to think about that. Hopefully I will soon.
Dominic has been keeping snakes for 8 years and has recently moved to the area. A previous vet had been treating the snakes for an infestation of parasites, but the treatment doesn't seem to have been working.
Mites, they suck blood from the snake. They just lay so many eggs. Everything about them is just an absolute nightmare.
We've got 2 Burmese pythons and a boa constrictor. We've got it down. Okay.
Today, Dominic's snakes are being examined by vet Joe.
And how long have you had them?
The problem is this one's got mites, quite a lot of them at the moment. You probably know with mites, as soon as something gets mites, they spread everywhere probably. Okay. This one here is about to catch them. It's got some on it, I noticed.
Okay.
This one here looks all right at the minute, but
okay.
Don't know, might have some eggs or something hiding, not sure.
Right, so let's put you 2 on top of each other. What I might do actually is just pop them over here for a second. Have you had mites before then? You sound like...
Only once. That was years and years and years and years ago with a Brazilian rainbow boa.
Well, the big problem with mites is that they're very, very difficult to eradicate because the mites will live in the enclosure as well as on the actual animal, and they actually can travel quite far. So if one of your snakes gets mites, it's very likely that the others will start to get them as well.
An unexpected strike from the first python warns Joe to handle it with care. It's not a poisonous breed, but a bite would hurt.
Right, so I'm just going to keep hold of this one's head because there was a bit of a strike there.
Its chosen form of attack is to coil around its prey and slowly suffocate its victim. Unperturbed, Joe presses on with the examination.
Looks more like a graze or something there. Doesn't look like, I can't see an actual white moving.
The first Burmese python doesn't appear to have mites.
One little mite couldn't kill a snake by itself, but if you have a large enough burden of mites and there's potentially hundreds of them, then worst case scenario, that could potentially be fatal.
So what's the diagnosis for python number 2?
That looks like one under there.
Yeah, that's a definite. You can see that one moving there.
Yep.
Yep, so we have definitely got some.
Yes.
I've never really been a fan of furry animals, probably because they leave hair everywhere. They're a bit higher maintenance. They need to be fed every day. Dogs, taken for walks, that sort of thing, I think. Snakes for me are just much easier. I like something different, I think, as well, something a bit more interesting.
Joe and Dominic are joined in the consultation by student Tom, who's hoping to be a zookeeper.
Right.
What type of snakes are there?
2 Burmese pythons, 1 boa constrictor.
Yeah, this one looks quite bad, doesn't it?
Yes, it's got loads.
So this is what we normally use, which is a drug called fipronil, which isn't licensed for snakes, but there are no drugs licensed for snakes, essentially. So what you normally do is you spray them and then wipe it off after 5 minutes and then repeat every 7 to 10 days. So I think it sounds like this probably is what you have been using.
Okay.
To be 100% certain, Joe will need to get in touch with Dominic's previous vets.
So if we maybe contact them, see if we can get all the information and give you a call, and then you could just come and pick up whatever we decide to use.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, that's all right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Take care.
While Joe tries to get some more treatment history on the snakes, Dominic may finally have some time to think up some names for them.
Hoping these mites do go, because they're an absolute pain to deal with.
This is Chaplin. He's my 3-legged pussycat. I don't know if you can see from the way he's sitting, but he has a leg missing. He came in as an RSPCA stray, and we amputated his leg because it was the best thing for him. And then he became mine. And as I say, he's called Chaplin because he has a little black moustache on his nose.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Cody, the Tonkinese cat, requires major surgery to remove nearly all of his teeth.
Okay, baby.
Faye and Clive are set to take care of owner Audrey's precious companion.
All right, Cody. All right, sweetheart.
Hello.
So I'm very worried about everything, Uncle Clive.
It's not necessarily worry, it's just,
All right, just letting us know he's arrived.
talking. I mean, I think he's a little bit unsure, but...
To start the procedure, Cody is anaesthetised.
Wow, see you in a little bit, wow. Oh, darling. Rowing to the end. Gonna give in and go to sleep? Maybe.
Cody's mouth was in quite a bad way. Several of the roots were broken and then gums had receded, and that definitely would have been a very painful situation. Right, let's get started on
Thank you, Joe.
Right.
Okay, that's going. That's a big tooth coming out.
But it's not really attached to him.
No, I think the pus put pay to that. Okay, heart rate's gone up a little bit, Clive.
He's not moving now, so...
Wow.
One rotten tooth.
Yes.
These teeth really are quite bad, aren't they? With periodontal disease. Seems to be, the Oriental cat seems to be really prone to having this. They get this gum recession and inflammation and infection around their teeth.
Some of Cody's teeth are rotten beneath the gum line. Clive needs to use an alternative technique to remove them.
Right, can I have a cutting burr, please? Nothing's holding this tooth in, but they're just, the teeth are at an angle, so if I just cut them in half, they'll be fine.
Little one or a big one?
A little, please. A nice sharp one.
Do the best.
Right, so let's slice this in half. Okay. Oh, that fell out as I was doing that. That's fine. I don't know why cats have teeth, really, because you take all their teeth out and they still crunch hard food. I even know loads of cats that still hunt well, end up eating mice every day when they haven't got a single tooth in their mouth. So teeth seem to be optional in cats.
As with any anaesthetic, Nurse Faye needs to keep a close eye on Cody's breathing and heart rate.
How are you doing with the anaesthetic?
He's fine. I've got him on 2.5 and he seems to be not feeling anything, and his heart rate is about 130 and it has been most of the way through. Breathing's around about 20 at the moment, so I'm happy with him. Is that the other canine coming out that easily?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, you poor little kitty cat. That was upper, wasn't it?
Upper, yep.
Clive needs to check for any pieces of teeth left in the gums. First, he needs permission from owner Audrey for Cody to be x-rayed.
Oh, hi, it's Clive here from the vets. Everything's fine. I'm just calling because there's a couple of teeth where the roots aren't present, and I want to take an x-ray to see if there's any fragment left or if they've all just dissolved away, which is what I expect. But I was just calling to see if you were happy for me to take an x-ray. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We'll get on and do that. We've almost finished. He's been perfect, as you'd expect. He's been lovely.
Right, that is turned off. Right, ready?
Yep. Come this way, come this way.
Sorry.
Okay, can we press?
With the x-rays in front of him, Clive is confident there are no nasty surprises lurking.
Right, I can quite easily see there are no roots left.
So I can wake him up,
Yeah,
yes?
wake up.
Come on, let's get you back to bed.
You all right?
Yeah, could you ask one of the girls to come and get his hot water bottles for me, please?
I can bring them along.
Okay.
It's time to shut up shop for the day. Cody is awake and Audrey is ready and waiting. But is Cody any happier?
Right, I just got to print the form out for a second, so I'll just try and print that off quickly now. I don't know where that is.
Hello. Oh, don't start. I thought you were going to be nice and quiet.
Gum and general dental disease is a nasty problem in cats. It's very, very common. I think Cody's owner was very pleased after we got all the teeth sorted out. Any problems, let us know. But, okay.
Thank you ever so much.
Okay.
Come on, misery.
Okay. Shall I help you there?
Thanks to Clive and the team's work, Cody will be feeling much better. But perhaps his eating habits may have to change in future.
He is fussy, but I think he'll manage okay. He does like his treats, that's the problem, though. So perhaps he won't be able to crunch so much.
The next patient is an emergency case.
Dougie, no, come on. Good boy.
Pat, a qualified canine first aider, has rushed her puppy into the clinic. He's been involved in an incident with another dog and is bleeding badly.
Well, we weren't expecting to end up in the vets today, Dougie, were we, really?
Out walking my chocolate Labrador, Dougie, 16-month-old puppy, so fairly full of life, along the canal at West Hythe this afternoon. And he suddenly spotted I think it's a Norwich Terrier, walking with a young lady and on a lead. And being a puppy, of course, he rushed up to it to say hello. And the terrier took offence at it and lunged at him and called him back to me, and immediately found this blooming great gouge just behind his front leg, with the flap of skin hanging down. So quite a nasty bite, actually.
Honestly, you do get yourself into trouble, don't you?
Dougie?
Hello.
Is that you?
Can I leave my coat there? Is that all right? Thank you. Come on then. No, steady.
Right.
You wouldn't think he'd just been bitten.
Vet Laura Beth takes care of the consultation.
Ideally, with dog bite wounds, what we actually do is keep them. We don't stitch them till a day or two later because of the infection. You don't want to trap infection in by stitching it.
Okay.
This is quite a big old wound.
Yeah. He's clearly not going to be done gun dog training tomorrow, is he?
No, oh no.
It looks like the bite is severe. She must act immediately. But she'll need help from Nurse Lucy, who's with another patient.
This dog probably needs stitching up tonight because it's not something, and it's right behind his shoulder, so it's not something that's going to be easy to dress to leave it till tomorrow.
Let's have a look. Oh, Dougie. Blimey, that dog had sharp teeth, didn't it? You don't like to think that he's been hurt or injured, and you don't like to think that he's got to go through this operation and the recuperation afterwards. I mean, hopefully he's robust enough to deal with it, but you don't want it to happen to any dog, do you, let alone your own?
2 hours ago, Pat was walking Dougie along the canal. Now he's being sedated ahead of surgery while his owner returns home.
Right, Trouble. You don't look very pre-medded. You're lying. Are you lying? Right, come on then. Oh, maybe we are. You're a bit wobbly. Oh. Calmly does it, please. Come on.
They want to deal with the wound straight away because it's so deep. So they've put him under a general anaesthetic, probably about now. So just keep our fingers crossed.
Since Dougie is an emergency case, his operation was not scheduled.
Poor dog. Me, another doggy biting you, eh? In veterinary practice, as soon as you walk through the door, you don't know what's coming in. You know, things surprise you. Sometimes you'll get emergencies in. You may find that a consult turns into an operation. So it can change quite quickly, the drop of a hat.
Before they can close the wound, Lucy flushes it with saline solution to clean it thoroughly.
All right, let's cut the horrible bit off. That's no good to anybody. Is it, Dougie?
Oh, it looks like a heart.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was going for. I'm not going for
An
arty.
anatomical heart, not cartoon.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, again, still not what I was going for. I didn't want heart. I wanted just something that looks a bit more easy to stitch.
So he doesn't have to have his stitches in any longer, does he, with a
I would
bite?
possibly go, just because of the tension, we've got a bit of tension here, so I probably would go nearer to 2 weeks, actually, rather than the 10 days. Just, especially because of the movement.
Yeah.
If it's weakened and you take the stitches out too early, then there's a risk that he's just going to rip it open when he goes for a charge, because he's a youngster and he likes to have fun.
He's quite a sweet dog.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he's
he's
very
quite
energetic.
bouncy,
Yeah.
37.9 is our temperature.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad.
It's not far off normal, considering we're under anaesthetic.
Yeah.
Right, I'm done.
With the stitching complete, Dougie's operation is almost over.
Come on, Trouble. Wakey, wakey.
Move that away for a second. Right, Dougie. Come on, Dougie. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I've got the dog.
You've got...
Okay, I've
You've
got
got...
the dog.
Okay.
Oh, no, gravity. Being short is so wrong.
Being short is so wrong. Are you tall, Brooke? No, you're tall, short.
I cannot
don't
be
know.
taller than either that, I don't know what's happening then.
I don't know. I don't know who's taller or shorter.
Hi, Ronnie.
First.
Bum first.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie. Oh, ow.
Oh. Oh, dear me.
I think he may have just peed on me.
Oh, no.
After an hour in the kennels and still rather woozy, it's time for Dougie to return home.
Come on, you should go for a walk.
Are you walking, dogs? Do you want to go home? Do you want to go home? Yes. You're a nice dog, as you are. So, short-lead walks for the next, Laura Beth said 2 weeks, just because with the, we don't want it to come out, the stitches to come out too early and then everything open up, and also because it's a dog bite wound, so we want to make sure it's healed and there's no infection there before he can go striding along the side of the canal again. I think he's good to go home. You're going to fall asleep on our reception floor. Hey? He says, I am knackered. He says, you don't know the sort of day I've had today.
He's a young dog. I'm hoping that it won't traumatise him and he won't be worried about dogs on leads in the future.
See you later.
I'll probably make a bed up downstairs tonight just to make sure that he's okay for the first night.
Mel Laws is a regular visitor to Montgomery Clinic. She runs a charity which looks after and rehouses unwanted birds.
Right, this is Monty. He was handed into our rescue at a year old. He was eating his feet and plucking. We had x-rays done and found that he had arthritis. The arthritis obviously has got worse recently because he started to mutilate, which he does. He eats the skin off his feet, down to the bone, basically.
Hi, Mel. How are you doing?
Monty is given painkillers on a regular basis to keep the discomfort at bay.
Obviously, with the medication, it could damage his liver and kidneys, but we have to look at his quality of life. So at the end of the day, if it does mean he has a shorter life but a happy life, that's what we're aiming for.
Right, so Monty, we've been having trouble with for some time with his arthritis in his feet.
Yeah.
For years, really, haven't we? And
it
it's
went
just,
for a good spell, and now it's got worse. So.
and when they hurt him, he just traumatizes them and rips them open, and then they have to stay bandaged for weeks at a time.
Exactly.
So we're taking this advantage to have him under anaesthetic, to repeat some X-rays to compare them to what they were last time, to see how the arthritis is progressing. And probably more importantly is to get some blood tests to make sure that his medication is not going to be doing him any harm.
Fingers crossed on that one. Monty was handed into the rescue because the person that had him thought he was very aggressive, and obviously he was mutilating and he was biting everyone, because once they reach maturity, they may not like a man, they may not like a woman, you know, and they buy him for themselves and then find out the bird doesn't actually like him in the end.
No, it's not going to stay that way, but please could you give reception...
Faye and Clive bring Monty into the X-ray theatre, where student nurse Amelia will assist.
Close that door then, please. Okay, so plan is I'll get hold of him, and then we will put a little mask on him and give him some oxygen for a little while. I would like to give him oxygen for longer, but he gets so stressed with the towel covering him. I think it, unfortunately. Now, Monty, we've had words, and it's okay.
It's going to be loud.
Yeah, it was a lasagna.
I'm sorry. So I have given him a pre-med, but don't bite your feet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, let's get that cage up. Put some oxygen on, please. I'm sorry. Okay. There's a good boy.
Despite Monty's protests, Clive begins the sedation. Birds are extremely sensitive to anaesthetic, and so Monty's condition needs to be very closely monitored.
There's a good boy. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. See, it's not so bad, is it? Can you see how this toe should be pointing out that way?
Yeah.
See how this one is there? It's all the way up here.
Do you want to come back down on the plate a bit more, Clive? You're only just on the plate up there.
I know, but the bird's in a good position like that, so I didn't want to...
Okay. Light off.
Do you want that one?
Lights off, yes, please.
He's got a lovely fast heart. He's breathing beautifully.
Okay. Okay. Right, Monty, we just want a quick blood sample. There we go. Okay, I'm going to come out.
He's back with us.
Very good. Okay, that's...
Right, you take the mask off. Good boy. No.
No, it's fine.
All right,
Okay.
sweetie pie. He's a good boy. Right, let's get you back in the quiet, shall we? Hey? I know. Good boy.
You better
It's now mid-afternoon, and an anxious Mel is back for Monty's X-ray results.
So
It is worse then.
it is worse.
It's a bit worse and worse, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's going to get worse and worse, and there may be a time that we aren't going to be able to keep his quality of life the way we want it.
Well, that decision has to be made, wouldn't it?
Because
I wouldn't keep a bird in pain.
No.
You know.
No, exactly. So we're not there. We're definitely not there. And he's not. I mean, he's not an old bird,
No,
is he? He's not.
He's not. He's really young.
I think it's unlikely that he's going to be an old bird. But let's see what we've got.
As long as there's quality of life, that's what matters to me. You know, I do love him to bits. Been through so much with him. That's the thing. Hi, baby boy. Uncle Clive isn't meaning to hurt you.
All right.
Thanks ever so much, Clive.
Right. Speak to you soon.
All
okay.
right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Despite the disappointing news, under Mel's continued care and supervision, she hopes Monty can still have a comfortable future being doted on at home.
I'm the only one that Monty absolutely loves. I can do anything with him. He will lay on me, he will go in my hair, lay on my chest, go under my top. I can do whatever I like with him. But I think he's a one-person bird. So although he's feisty and he is boisterous, which is why I call him Monty Monster, he's very loving with me. He's such a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I love you. I love you.
All of the staff at the vets have pets. Meet the oldest member of Clive's animal family.
So this is Lewis. He's a Herman's tortoise, and he's about 19 years old now. And yeah, he's a much-loved pet at home. He's quite sociable. Whenever you walk into the room, he always comes running over to you. And he enjoys playing with the red dot pointer. You know, we've got a little red dot pointer on the floor, and he chases up around the room with that. He loves that. Tortoises can move pretty quick when they want to, especially if they're quite warm. The colder they are, the slower they move. But when they're warmed up, they can really shift it.
Ruth Smith is another regular visitor to the surgery.
Gorgeous, isn't he? And you've got a lot to say to yourself. You think you're giving up with us?
Today, she's here with a troublesome tortoise with diet problems.
Yeah, I can take that fella. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
There you are. Say hello, Leo.
Oh, what's this going on here?
This is Leo, my tortoise, who's not eating. How are you, dear? He always looks like I'm trying to poison him or kill him.
On a previous visit to the vet, Leo had a feeding tube inserted because he'd not been eating, but it's not working.
So I think there's different options as to what we can do. We can unblock the tube and reattach it, or if we want to, we can not. They shouldn't be uncomfortable, but we can take all the tape off.
I wonder
as well.
whether his jaw was a bit overgrown and because he hasn't been eating.
It is a little bit. Should we try and burr that back a little bit as well?
Yes, and then see.
And take the tube out and
see what happens. If it doesn't work, then we just put a new tube in.
Yeah. By putting a feeding tube in, it means that the owner can give liquid food regularly without causing stress to the tortoise. Yeah, there's a lot of... It's just solid at the end there, isn't it? Well, you're free.
Well, there you are, mate.
The fact that he'd blocked his tube at that point, so we needed to take it out, and we made the decision to give him a chance and see whether he would be able to eat.
Come on up here and have a little cuddle. Have a little cuddle. He's definitely got a character, yes. They're not animals that do nothing. People think, well, tortoises just sit there and just are. They don't. They actually have personalities and they are different.
Next, Jo needs to burr Leo's lower lip to file away some excess growth. She enlists the help of Nurse Faye.
I'm just taking his tube out.
Oh, okay.
Hiya. Yeah, we're taking the tube out.
Wow.
We're going to try some oral feeding.
Are you making a break for it?
Yep, he's making a break for it.
Is that all right angle-wise, Jo?
It's fine if you relax, Leo. It's ow.
Is he biting you?
No, it's just his shell.
Oh.
It's quite harsh when it digs into you.
Digs into you, yes. And they are so strong.
They are. It's surprising how strong the little things are, isn't it?
Yes.
That must feel very weird.
The problem is that it's not actually that...
It's not that bad.
Sticking up, it's coming out. And I'm worried that if I go shorter than that, he won't be able to bite properly. So I think that that's a little bit better. It's a little bit flatter and not overlapping. But I don't want to do it anymore. He won't be able to actually bite.
No problem.
Okay.
Oh, Leo, can you please do some eating?
That would be really nice if you would. What do you reckon? Don't walk off the table. Look, Mummy's going to catch her.
I'm off.
I'm off. Yes, until he finds a heat lamp and then he just stops. Grinds to a halt, don't you, sausage?
Well, that's all right.
Don't you? Yes, that's right, you grind to a halt, yes. Now you're going to come home and we're going to feed you some real food.
Okay, so I guess we'll just see how things go.
Yes, that's right.
Obviously, if you find that if he's not eating...
If he's not eating, if it doesn't work, I shall be back,
Yeah,
yes.
and we can put in one on the other side.
And then we can go back to square one, yes.
Took a little bit of jaw off, didn't we, dear? So you've got no excuse not to eat now. And if you don't want to eat the food I give you, I will force it down your mouth. Yes. Whether you like it or not. Yes.
If you think you're going to force anything down my gob, you've got another thing coming.
He doesn't like being force-fed. Sometimes he spits it back at me. Don't you, dear? Cheeky Watson.
Cody has made a full recovery and happily crunches treats on a regular basis. Dominic's snakes are now mite-free and in good health. Dougie the chocolate Labrador is back to his normal bouncy self. And Monty's treatment has also been a success. He's stopped eating his feet and the painkillers are improving his arthritis. And it's good news for Leo, who continues to feed without the assistance of a tube.